It took me over 20 years to learn this particular thing right here, but I'm going to teach you in about 5 minutes. Now listen carefully. I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to play for you right now. Calm down, don't panic. It looks very complicated, right? Don't worry. After this video, trust me, I'll turn you into a music expert. Now listen, anytime you hear a note being played from one point to another, it's called an arpeggio. Do you understand? Now arpeggios is the most important thing I'm about to teach you right here in this video. Now remember what I said about the 1-4-5 chord progression, right? Let me give you guys a recap, don't fear. Now watch this video right here with me. If you already know the 1-4-5 technique, you can skip to this part. First of all, let's talk about the black and white keys that we all see. You see white keys here and black keys here. If you watch very carefully, you can see that the black keys are arranged into 2s and 3s. 2s, 3s. You get me? Good. Now keep this information in your mind. I'm going to teach you one secret. Anytime that you see that the 2s are arranged, right, where the 2s are 2s, just bring your finger down a half step like this, right? Just like that. And that, guys, is what we call the key of C. Do you understand? Here too, just bring my finger down here like this. That is the key of C. Here, key of C. Do you understand? And the key of C is the easiest key to play on the keyboard. Do you understand? And the key of C is made up of only white notes. Now play the first key of C to the next key of C, and what do you get? Does that sound familiar? Exactly. Good. Now if we get it, this is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And if we count it, it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep that in mind. So now, like the way Dora the Explorer will ask, how can we find the 1, 4, 5? Like the way I just taught you right now. Exactly. Oh, the party just got started. Stay with me. Now we have something we call a chord. Do you understand? A chord is made up of 2 or more notes. You get me? This is a chord. This is a chord. You understand? This is a note. This is a chord. You get me? It's made up of 2 or more notes. And guys, in a chord we have what we call a ditone. Do you understand? So a ditone will be 2 notes. That's a ditone. Soak it in, don't rush. Soak it in. Guys, after that we have something that we call a triad. You get me? A triad is made up of 3 notes. You get me? This is a triad. Tri means 3. Do you understand? Exactly. I know I've given you too much information from the jump, so I'm just going to give you a few seconds to soak all what I've said in. Good. Now with what I taught you, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep it in mind. Now we're about to play it in a triad form. Do you understand? And guys, the major triad, the normal triad that most keyboardists use, or the major triad, is played like this. 1 note, leave a space. 1 note, leave a space. 1 note. That is a triad. 3 notes. Now this is the first chord that you need to learn, so pay close attention. Do you understand? Now you're going to play the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do in this formation. You get me? So or you leave space. You understand? You've left 1 space between them. Exactly. Now remember the 1-4-5, right? You still have that 1-4-5 in your mind. So what? This will be the first one. Where it starts from is the 1. So 1, 4, 5, 1. Exactly. Bro, this is the money chord. And you see, with this chord progression that I've showed you, anything you play to work, it will work anytime. You can interchange it. Pick any genre that you can think of. The only caveat here will be the rhythm. Now let me bring you guys to the motherland. Do you remember Spyro? This particular song. Who's your guy? Let's go. 1. Now only me, my life. See, I see the light in sunrise. See, I will never leave your side. Do you understand? There's some rundown song we write. Now let's go. I'll use the 1-4-5. Let's go. I don't want to overload you guys today. I just want you guys to soak in everything I've said from the beginning. And all you need to do is practice, practice, practice. Now you have the 1-4-5 technique in your head already. But you realize something, that I played all of them in chord form. 1, 4, 5, 1. Exactly. But what is a chord? A chord is a group of notes stuck together. Do you understand? And a chord, we play them at once. Brum. Do you understand? Like this. 1. Exactly. And if you want to spice things up, or you're an expert, you can play them milliseconds apart. Do you understand? Guys, remember that we play them in a chord, a triad form, right? A triad is a type of chord. Do you understand? A chord is a group of notes stacked to each other. So 1, 2, 3, this is a chord, right? If I strike them at once, that is a chord. You get me? I can stylish it a little, you know, showing some expertise. Instead of playing it like this at once, I can just, you understand? The same thing, but I just do it fast. Do you understand? Now this same thing I'm striking, right? Yes. An arpeggio, listen, it happens when you don't play them at once like that. You play them one after the other. So, exactly. Now that is an arpeggio. This particular thing I'm doing right now is an arpeggio. Do you understand? Now remember, arpeggio happens when you play the notes from one point to another. You understand? You space them up. Pam, 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 pam. That's an arpeggio. Now let's go back and unpack the 1, 4, 5 very, very well. So remember, chord, triad chord, arpeggio. Do you understand? So it is the same triad chord that I'm striking, but now when I play them one after the other, then it becomes an arpeggio. Now if we look, we're still in the key of C, right? This key, remember this? Exactly, that particular thing, yes. Now I'm playing them in triad forms. So remember, I don't necessarily have to play it like this. I could start from here. I could start from here. So, or, do you understand? They are all arpeggios. I don't need to play. No. I can, once my finger is on the note, I can strike from anywhere. From here or from here. You understand? But remember, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember that, right? Exactly. So that means that every time you want to find the original number, if you are playing a chord, you have to look at the first note you strike. So this, I'm playing the 1. Do you understand? Because this is the first note. This is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 4. This is a 5. This is a 6. This is a 7. This is an 8. Exactly. All you need to do is just to strike an arpeggio. This is an arpeggio. I just want you to understand that this is an arpeggio. I can start from here. Once I'm playing the triad, do you understand? Now listen now. Don't get confused. Just relax with me. You can play the 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3. You get me? You can always spice it up. But to be a little bit honest, you need the musical ear for all this to make like absolute sense to you. Well, that's not free. Of course. If you want to master the musical ear, you have to join my class. Wow. Oh, yeah, you didn't know I had a class? But for this class, I'm selecting just 20 people. I don't want a lot of people, just 20 people. I want to have time for all of them. Of course, I'm giving a lot of free value. I can't give every single thing free, yeah? So if you're interested, just send reserve to contact@controllerstudios.com. I will contact you. Well, if we don't contact you, that means that the class is full. Sorry. And oh, I see a lot of comments about the fingering. You know, there are a lot of nuances to fingering. No, don't take it that way, but you understand me. I mean, there's a standard fingering that changes over time, you get me? But to teach that one, I mean, that one too is not free. Come on, man. I gotta eat, you know? Now let's go back and play the 1, 4, 5 again. And I will play it in arpeggio form. I want you to learn something today. Okay, so now remember the 1, 4, 5 technique, right? 1, 4, 5, 1. Exactly. So I can do this, listen. The same thing that I was playing, right? It's the same thing. 1, 4, 5, 1. Exactly. So this is an arpeggio. So simple. Do you understand? You're not getting to understand how I played the thing in the beginning, right? Now let's get some Afrobeat timing. Remember that Who's Your Guy we played already, eh? Now let's play it in arpeggio form and see something. So the 1, 4, 5, right? 1, 4, 5, 1. Okay, I want you to see something. Watch this. Okay, go. 1. Who's your guy? Let's go. Now only me one life. Yeah. See us we there like beans and rice. I would never leave your side. I would never ever. Now listen, let's play the same thing in arpeggio form. Let me show you something. Okay, go on, let's go. Who's your guy? Now only me while I see as we did like beans and rice. I will never leave your side. I will never ever. I dedicate my life to you, my God. Even if the road is tough, I don't mind. Cause you'll be my dream for life. Did you get it? I mean, it's fast right now, but just take this part of the video and slow it down so that you see what I'm playing. I'm intentionally playing it with this fingering so that you understand what I mean. Do you get it?
Who's your girl? Now only me while I see as we did like beans and rice. I will never leave your side.
Now you're getting the picture. I can just mix it the way I play the arpeggio. Now to the final thing. There's one genre in music, that genre utilizes arpeggios a lot. Very popular genre. It's called salsa. So you know what? Let me give you an example. Now with just the salsa rhythm, play it in chord form first. Okay, now let me show you salsa, right? Simple. Let's go with the 1, 4, 5, 4. You understand? Let's go. 1, 4, E, 5, a 4, E, 1. A 4, let's go. You see? Now play it using the 1-4-5 arpeggio technique. Play. Okay, now guys, let's go with arpeggios. Let me show you something. Arpeggios, let's go. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Okay, so guys, in salsa they play with the right hand and the left hand, the two hands, you understand? This is going to be a little tricky, but watch. Let's go. You get the whole picture right now. Do you understand? I just taught you something right now. Simple. You're an expert now. If anybody asks you, tell them you're an expert. Yes. Now, let's go over what I played in the beginning. This is the normal chord form. If you watch, I'm going to play 1, 4, 5, 4. Do you understand? Now watch again. Okay. Now arpeggio, what? So as you guys can clearly see, right, it's an arpeggio and play, right? This is 1, 4, 5, 4. But the arpeggios, right? I'm doing this. This thing, you can play it anyhow you like. You don't necessarily need to follow what I'm doing. You can do your own like this. You know, let me show you, right? Guys, to keep it very simple for you guys to understand, let's do the 1, 4, 5, 4. You understand? Let's do the chord first, right? 1, asaba, alokoto 5. What the most you got 1 look up at the ball. I talk to the 1, we look up at the arpeggio. Hey, come on, look up down, you understand? I guys getting what I'm doing? It is this same thing, right? I'm just doing na na na, banana, banana, banana. Do you understand? Oh, so 1, 4, 5, 4. I'm just doing pa 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 pa. with practice, just practice, keep on practice, you're gonna get. See, I'm giving you guys a lot of free stuff that people pay millions, people pay a lot of money to learn. Trust me, making it simple for you guys to understand. So the best thing you can do for me is to please subscribe. You understand? Anyways, I hope you guys learned a lot. Well, until next time, be creative.